That's nice, isn't it? We didn't know what the heck was going on. We started that yesterday when we were recording, and we were like, "What is that?" So that's new, folks. So, but hello, yeah, welcome everyone. My name is Steve Akley. Welcome to Virtual Bourbon. We've got a great event tonight. It's a really, I don't know if it's a science experiment. I don't know if it's a game. I think it's a combination of all of the above. The idea is, what happens if you put a $20 whiskey in with three $100 whiskeys? What happens? Can you pick it out? It should be easy. And we even did something even crazier with this event. They're nothing alike. I mean, it'd be something if I tried to, get mash bills that were as similar as possible. I did the opposite of that. I made these all very, very different. So let me talk about the four. These are not in any order or anything like that, because we're going to be tasting these blind when we get to them. But our $20 item, the one that you're going to be spotting, the Goose, if you will, because we're playing duck, 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 Goose. And this one is Jim Beam Rye. So this is a bottle, sub $20 bottle. And that is the one you're going to see if you can, by taste only, by tasting blind, see if you can figure out what that one is. In our $100 plus categories, we've got all these mixed in there. We've got Blood Oath Packed 5. So this one comes in at 98.6 proof. I guess I should have said that this, I'm sure it is 80 proof, but no, it is actually 90 proof. Our Jim Beam Rye comes in at 90 proof. And then we got barrel bourbon. This is a cask strength barrel bourbon, so this is going to be much higher. This is 112.64. This was one that actually won. Yeah, there's so many awards that, best bourbon in the world or best whiskey in the world. This was a winner of one of those. So I think Fred Minnick named this in one of the awards that he gave. So it is a well-recognized whiskey offering. And then finally, we got one from Chicken Cock. And this one is called Righteous Blonde. So it's a beer barrel finished. Again, these are all very unique, all pretty distinctive in their own way. This one comes in at 90 proof as well. So, in theory, this should be an easy exercise, but the great equalizer here is the fact that it's all blind. So we're going to do this in a very similar fashion that we do for those of you that attend the ABV Network events regularly. We're going to go through and taste all four, again, blind. We'll go through each of these, all four. We'll do nosing and tasting notes. And I don't want anybody trying to guess what's what, of course, because we're going to do that via private. And how we'll do that is when it comes time to vote what you think the Goose is, you're going to send me a direct message. So I'll just keep track of that real quick. You'll just tell me A, B, C, or D, and I'll be able to see, who gets it right and who doesn't. And it's just for fun, but we'll do that blind. And then what we'll do after that, once we get done with that, not blind, is we'll go through and see if we can guess all of them. And I'll have you guys, everybody on today's call, go through and tell me what they think A, B, C, and D are. And we'll see if anybody gets that right. Again, just for fun, no prizes, no first place, second place, anything like that. It's just for fun as we go through and do these. So the idea is looking for this guy, don't forget. So we will go through and taste all of them once. We'll do like we always do. We'll share nosing notes, we'll share tasting notes. I'll pick out some people each time to share the tasting notes, so we can kind of go as in depth as possible the first time through. Then we'll go through a second time where we go through and taste these a little bit higher level. It's just kind of a second time to make sure, have they changed anything? Have our palates evolved? Has the whiskey evolved? Sometimes one or two of those things can happen. And then I'll give you guys just a little bit of time for some independent work. That'll allow you to compare everything side by side. You can taste on your own. And then we'll get to the point where we then have you submit via a direct message to me what you think is the Goose, the $20 whiskey. So with that, let's go ahead and pour A, and we'll get started with some notes on that one. So if you haven't done so already, let's pour A, and let's talk about what we're getting as we do this one on the nose first, and then on the taste. So just right away on the nose, what are you guys getting there? Feel free to leave your mics open. Yeah, again, it's a decent sized group, but we're all answering questions going through, so it's okay to leave your mics open unless you have a side conversation you need to have, or the dog comes in, something like that. Then just turn off your microphone for just a bit, but you can come back.
I'm getting between a fig and a raisin.
Fig and a raisin in between.
Getting lots of orange peel and lemongrass.
Orange peel, someone said? I'm sorry, I was, okay.
Yep.
Orange
And a
peel,
little apricot in there too.
apricot, okay. Definitely on fruit spectrum on the nose for sure. And I think,
Is there any
you know,
pepper in there somewhere?
any pepper.
I mean, it just feels it. I feel a lot of spice.
Okay. Peppery. All right.
In the beginning, I smell Carol without that.
Good man. Let's give it a little taste and see what we think on the taste. Here we go. All right, what are you thinking on the taste?
There's certain an underlayer of backside on, excuse me, a little sweetness. Kind of
Yeah.
an underlayer of sweetness coming out.
Yeah, almost grape-like on the,
Yeah.
on the taste, I think.
So it tastes thinner than it smells.
Smells better.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Avery, what are you thinking as you taste that one?
I get a little bit of apricot and then kind of just disappears in the back of your throat.
Okay. The Robinsons, we'll check in with you guys. What are you thinking as you taste this one?
We agree with the orange peel, and we get rye and maybe a little grassy, and it seems like the heat's up in front of the mouth.
Front of them, yeah. Yeah, now that you say that, I agree.
Front to mid,
Mhm.
not much finish to it.
Yeah, for sure. Mr. Bill, how about you? What are you thinking there as you taste through that one?
I don't know. It's not bad.
That's actually a good rating for Mr. Bill, because when he doesn't like it, I mean, he doesn't like it. So not bad. That's actually in the rest of our worlds, that's pretty good. It's not perfect. I mean, when Bill likes something, also really likes it. So, but not bad is actually a very good rating from Mr. Bill there. So that's good. Amanda and Rudy, how about you guys? What are you thinking?
The spice definitely hit me like 3 times, once in the front, one in the mid, and then like nice down the throat, you know.
Okay.
And when I first taste, I got a little bit of butter, like a little bit of like not oily, but like a sweet oily, like they get out of like buttered popcorn or something. And then I started picking up more fruity stuff.
Yeah. I get a little of that butter in there too. Yeah, kind of like the stuff at the movie theater, that type of buttery taste. So like it's what they say butter should taste like, but it doesn't really taste like butter, but you know what it tastes like because you've all had that type of buttered popcorn. So yeah, I get it. All right, Roger and Rachel, what about you two?
We're also finishing dinner, so
Okay.
we might be not getting the full flavor profile on this. My initial sniff, I thought, oh, I'm going to lean towards rye on this. And then Rachel immediately said no.
Sweet.
Yeah, too sweet. And
Not, I'd mix it with Coke though.
Mix it with Coke. Okay. Okay. All right. That's interesting. Could be very telling. We'll see. Paul, how about you? You to check in?
Yeah, I get at first you said grape, but normally when people get grape, I get bubble gum for some reason. And I usually get that from wheat. So I definitely get the bubble gum at first, but then it kind of finishes with like a grassy, almost like clove. I pick that up on the finish. Not bad, but I think I'm gonna have to circle back to it. That's the first pour of the night. So
okay. First pour of the night. All right. Robbie, how about you?
I had a bit of a hard time with the nose because I'm in Nashville and it's allergy season, but
right.
Definitely tasting it. Like I got the apricot and the sort of buttery, not the usual really oily feel, but kind of like the light, sweet sort of buttery thing on the tongue for sure.
Okay. All right. I'll try checking in with one more. RG, I don't, and RG may I want to participate. I don't know. On mute right now. And if not, I will not call on RG again because I don't want to offend anyone. You do not have to participate. We just try to encourage it. So does not look like going to unmute. So we're going to move on to sample.
Yeah, Steve. Steve, I'm there.
Okay.
I'm still trying to collect my thoughts, and I got a lot of stuff going on in the background, but I kind of agree with the buttery, oily type, kind of earthy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, RG, don't be a stranger. Your sound system sounds good. It sounds good, man. Your voice sounds good. So it's good. We might have to have you on some shows. You're better than half my team there. Would you like to be an announcer on the Bourbon Daily? We'll bring you in.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
I'll send you a note. We've got some stuff out there.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Next up is B. Let's pour B. We'll do the same thing. We'll talk about the nose. Then that was like half of the people that are on here. I'll go with the other half this time as we go through the tasting. Okay. All right. And on the nose.
I'm getting a little bread.
Little bread. Okay. I'm getting some oak, but something sweet too. I don't know what that is.
It's a lot more muted than the first one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Definitely. Anything else to add on the nose?
Pretty light nose to me. I think there's not a whole lot there.
Yeah.
Little floralness.
Little floral.
Little honeysuckle in there.
Little honeysuckle.
Yeah. I'll agree with that.
I think
Lightly floral.
honeysuckle. Okay. I think there's also some big red chewing gum in there. I mean, this group is famous for the chewing gum references, but I think it's there.
Yeah.
Big Red, the cinnamon.
Yeah, that's big red cinnamon. Yeah.
So you're thinking a little cinnamon hint.
Little cinnamon. Yeah.
Juicy cinnamon.
But like a sweet. So sometimes cinnamon can be a little harsher or a little bitter even, but this would be sweeter side. So, all right, let's give it a taste, and then we'll talk about what we're getting on the taste here. And anybody's allowed to jump in on the. You don't have to. If I called on half, but if you've got something you want to add, you feel free to jump in and interject at any time. That's no problem at all.
Okay, so Steve, I'm the newbie on the tasting side, and I don't really know what I'm talking about. But to me, this smells really nice and light, but it doesn't taste so nice and light going down. Am I right?
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I don't really know what I'm talking about, but maybe a newbie's opinion is interesting.
I agree with you.
Yeah. I'll say the finish is kind of interesting. It does stick with you a little bit. So especially in kind of the center palate. So kind of mid tongue, and then even the roof of my mouth kind of stays there a little bit.
It's nice right down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. All right. Let's talk to Justine and Carrie. Justine and Carrie. What do you guys think? What's up?
On the nose, I got kind of like a woodsy, grassy smell with like a hint of floral rose.
Okay.
But I agree with Lisa. It tastes a lot different than it smells. It
Yeah.
had a very light smell and it has a stronger finish.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, Justine.
Yeah, I agree with what you said. Like it hits mid palate and then it like skips but like it sits right here.
Mm-hmm.
Got kind of a weird finish to it.
Yeah, it just kind of lives there for a little while. So it's interesting. Let's talk to the Ewalds, see what they think. They weigh in on with this one.
Well, I agree with the floral on the nose, and I'm getting some like light brown sugar on the palate.
Okay.
Not like a heavy sugar like we get from some bourbons.
Yeah.
A little light brown sugar sweetness. I get a little maybe nuttiness, maybe a little almond in there, maybe just a hint.
Okay.
Again, I won't say marzipan.
I was going to ask if you felt marzipan.
Hey, we ate some this
Yeah.
weekend.
I think you might have signed up for the wrong event if you.
Yeah.
It's almonds and sugar, man.
The wrong instructor. All right, Mr. Rick, the legend, aka.
Well, that's a good question. There's a little bit of sweetness to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I find the finish to be a little on the dry side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is kind of dry.
It's got a longer finish, but it's I think it's a little on the dry side.
Right. A little bit of maple wood on the taste for me, not sweet as syrup. I agree. It's not syrupy sweet by any means. No.
No.
Ryan, how about you?
I think it's a super well balanced overall. I think the nose was a little lighter, but I love your description of Big Red Cinnamon.
Yeah.
That really hit home for me. But I think on the palate and on the finish, I think it's really well balanced. So it was a surprise finish to me. I enjoy it for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Shoot over to Bob. Wheat latch.
I got cinnamon on the nose and
Yeah.
nothing but cinnamon on the palate after your Big Red reference.
That happens sometimes. Sometimes a note gets so locked into your head you can't get past it. I know.
I'm there.
I've been there. How about you, Danny?
I'll have to agree with Bob. I'm tasting nothing but the cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Okay. All right. All right.
I
Excellent.
would be thrilled if this was a $20 bottle.
You would be thrilled. Okay.
I think it is.
So does that mean he likes it?
I think he really likes it. I think he's a tough read, but yes, I believe that means Mr. Bill likes it. Is that right, Bill? That's
right. I like this.
Okay.
Bill said he would drink the heck out of this for $20.
For $20
Hell
bucks?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I hope it's not because Bill would just be drinking all the time then. So yeah, we need him sober. So attend our events and he's got to do his job too. So, all right, let's try C here. C is the next one up. We'll do the same thing. We'll nose it and then we'll talk tasting notes. We'll go back to that first half of the group that we talked to on A about. So get ready if you're in that first group.
There's some definitely maple in here. This is maple bacon, pecan, pancake, butter.
Maple bacon pecan pancake butter.
Breakfast.
That's breakfast bourbon right there. Or whiskey rye, whatever it is. I don't know. I'm not looking at the score sheet myself, so I can't mess myself up here by saying what's what. I don't actually know right now, but I will. I have it here.
And I will not mix that with Coke.
Not mix it with Coke. Okay. Any other notes on the nose? I covered a lot there. Rachel.
Steve, how about Red Twizzler?
Red Twizzler. All right. Now we're talking. Red Twizzler. That's good.
I agree with that.
Okay.
First, I thought it was sweet, like a sweet corn, but now I get circus peanuts.
Circus peanuts. Okay.
Well,
Circus peanuts, I would say, is trending upward in this group too, as a note. So get that one.
You did.
All right, let's give it a try and see where we're at taste wise on this one.
Doesn't mix well after the camel and ostrich.
Okay. I mean, it's sweet, kind of like a iced sugar cookie. To me, anyway, that's what I'm getting. Tastes good.
No, I like it.
It's really nice, but it vanishes.
Yeah, I agree. There's not much on the finish there. But,
Got a kind of syrupy mouthfeel to it, huh?
mm-hmm. It does. It does.
The sweet corn came back on the taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's breakfast in a glass.
Yeah. Avery, how about you? What are you thinking as you taste this one?
I get some of that ice cookie, also some fruitiness, but it's all in the front, and it just disappears.
Yeah.
But it's awesome.
Yeah, it is good. It is definitely a good sipper for sure. Yeah, I like it.
Is
Mr.
it
Bill?
fair to say when I smell this, I smell the fruity, but when I taste it, it's heavier than fruity?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Yeah. What sort of taste do you get though? What is the heavier there?
Oh,
Easy, Isabel.
Descriptor.
you caught me off guard with the question. I don't know, but it smell. Is that wrong to say it smells lighter? And then when but I guess that keeps happening to me.
Yeah,
Now that it's going down, I still the taste, the lingering taste is really lovely.
Yeah, yeah. Mr. Bill, how about you? What are your thoughts on this one?
Like it pretty well. It's got just a little bit of heat on it. Pretty much what everybody has said. I'm not picking up any of the red Twizzler, but other than that, I'm picking the rest of that up.
Okay. All right.
A little
Robbie?
lighter on the nose and on the palate.
Lighter on the nose than the palate. Yes. Okay. Fair enough.
It
All
seems
right.
like it has a more viscous mouthfeel too than the first two.
Definitely. No doubt about that. Yeah.
No, you don't like it because I like it.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little more intense juicy fruit flavor out of the nose anyway. Juicy fruit there.
Intense juicy fruit. That's
Right, yes.
That's a new product they should come out with. Intense juicy fruit. I don't know how they could make that more intense, but they'll figure it out. All right, Robbie, how about you?
Well, I don't know if it's just the Canadian in me, but I'm getting like a real maple sugar sort of thing and a little bit of vanilla. I'd love to reduce it and put it on some waffles.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. All right, Paul.
I get a lot of the notes that I always pick up on a wheated bourbon. It's like sweet cotton candy notes. But then it has such a great spicy finish. And the mouthfeel is great. It's very like oily. I really like this one a lot.
Like it a lot. Okay. All right. Jump over to Roger and Rachel. Ask you two what your thoughts are.
I love it and he doesn't. So
is this normal with you two or is
it
this
is.
okay?
It is.
Okay.
It's probably weeded. I agree with everything Paul said. A little bananas Foster maybe might combine all of those flavors we talked about, just a smidge of banana, but
okay.
And it has really thick legs.
Really thick legs. Okay. Do you like bananas Foster?
Yes.
Okay. Send me a note after the event and I'll send you a true bananas Foster bourbon. We have one that crazy barrel pick that we did that we named bananas Foster. Insane how much it tastes like bananas Foster. Right. Yeah. All right, Amanda and Rudy. What are you thinking?
It smelled like breakfast, like a syrup and pancakes breakfast. But then the taste, all I tasted was like spice. I wasn't catching any like fruity flavors, maybe some vanilla poked through, but I mainly just tasted spice on my end.
Just spice. Okay. All right. Last one we'll ask here is RG. I know you jumped in on the nose with Twizzlers, but haven't talked about taste yet. So see where you fall on that.
Yeah. I'm kind of going with like a effervescence floral. You know, I'm calling rye on this. I get the peppery, spicy on the finish.
Okay. Okay. Effervescent floral. I like that. We need to start working that in more. Okay. We're going to move on to our last one of the night, D. Again, we're going to go through this one just like we have the first group, or the second group, I guess I should say. We'll be weighing in on this one when we get to the taste, and then we will go back through all of them a little bit higher level. No calling on anybody, just throw out what you nose or taste. But let's start with the nosing on D.
Oh, I love that one. That's amazing. Ooh, I love that one.
Ripe banana.
Bright banana. Okay. Ripe banana.
Ripe.
Ripe. I heard bright at first, but then I was like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Ripe makes I caught it myself. I figured it out.
Ripe
banana. Okay.
One's got some proof.
Feel like this one's got some proof to it. Okay. On the nose, you're detecting that. All right. Anything else? Maybe banana bread would be better because it definitely has a baked goods aspect.
Ooh, geez.
All right, let's try it on the taste. Last one here. Cheers, gang.
Cheers. So good. That's so good. Huh. Jennifer's gonna get bombed. She's freaking out.
Okay,
Good. This is my favorite.
that one's good.
Real
It's
good.
like a butterscotch pudding
Uh-huh.
and a nice warming finish. I like that one. That's good.
Cheers, for sure.
It's good. It warms up, but not overpowering or anything. Just a nice level. Just a nice. Let you know it's there. I think. But let's talk taste wise what we're getting. Let's start with Isabel and Lisa and the crew there.
Okay. This is my favorite. Oh my gosh. So
I
good.
like this one. Okay.
This is amazing. The original smell of this won me over. Couldn't help but like it when you tried it.
Yeah.
Smoothly. It's beautiful. I love this one.
This one's good. Okay. All right.
Can't wait to find out what it is.
Okay. Danny, how about you, man?
I'm getting that kind of bready, kind of pudding type
Okay.
out of it. Yes, definitely.
Okay. Fair enough. Mr. Whitlatch?
For something that's got such a refined nose, it's just a big burst of flavor once it hits your mouth. It's lots of black pepper, maybe.
Black pepper. Yeah. I agree on the black pepper for sure.
I think the heat is definitely there. So with a professional group of drinkers like this, it's no wonder that people are enjoying this one. Just saying.
Any notes you're getting, Ryan? Anything, any taste wise that you're pulling out specific?
You know, I'm just really digging the long finish on it, the sweetness to the finish. It's certainly delicious. And I think the heat is there. I'm not going to throw out too much there on the heat, but I think it's a little higher proof for us. So, but I'm enjoying it.
Enjoying it. Okay. All right. Let's jump over to Justine. Justine, what are your thoughts on the taste on this one?
So it kind of reminds me of like a banana pudding with like vanilla wafers.
Okay.
But then the aftertaste, I don't know, I have like a walnut taste in my mouth.
Walnut. Okay.
But it's got, I mean, it's a nice, even, good mouthfeel, good finish, good hug.
Okay, good. I got my bottled and bond coin today. So Rick had his at least a week ago. So we're gonna we'll talk about that when your review time comes around, Justine.
So I'm fired. What you're saying?
You're not fired. No,
that's great.
I can't do Justine's job. So she's never fired. But yes, yeah.
We got ours.
Yeah. Oh, it's cool looking. I love it. It looks even better in person. It's freaking awesome. So I love it. All right, Carrie, how about you? What are your thoughts on the taste on this one?
You just, the whole like pudding thing is right there.
Mhm.
It's very smooth, and then you get that nice heat at the end.
Yeah.
And I don't know about the black pepper, but it's definitely got that
Spice. Yeah.
Yeah. That you
Okay.
can't. It's
Fair
got
enough.
a heat at the end that I enjoy.
Okay. Adina, how about you?
This to me feels like you get 2 graham crackers, melt a marshmallow in there, but instead of the chocolate, put bananas in there.
Okay.
And a little bit of pink peppercorns in there too.
I think you just invented a recipe there. That
Sounds like your next cocktail.
That'll be in a cocktail sometime this year.
Yeah. Okay. And the pink peppercorn. Back to the pink peppercorn.
Right.
So, yeah.
I kind of got banana toffee, kind of a hint, and kind of a buttery on the palate.
Okay. All right. And last but not least, the legend himself, Mr. Rick Brenner.
Oh. Well, I'll go along with what everybody else said.
That one has a good mouthfeel too.
It's got a good mouthfeel, got a great finish. Goes down real well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, let's put this one aside for now. We will come back to it. We're going to start all the way back to the beginning, back to A, and just want to share. And this is just a free for all. Just when we go through nosing, anybody feel free to share any notes they've got. Tasting, same thing. We're not calling it on anybody individually. Round two, we're just getting a kind of a high level revisit. So,
Steve,
yes,
may I ask you a question?
no, yes, of course.
Again, I don't know what I'm talking about, but we are all missing the banana
Well, that can happen.
thing. What's
Yeah.
why?
It's usually not real bananas. Like when most of us say banana, it's like banana flavored something. Toffee, Laffy Taffy, candy.
Just a little back note then.
Yeah, like an
Right.
artificial banana flavor smell.
Right.
You all talk about it pretty prominently, and we're not getting it.
Okay.
Old Forester's really good for it.
Yeah, Old Forester.
I go buy a
Get,
bottle of
get a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels, yeah.
My gosh, it'll knock you over with the bananas flying out of there. All right. Nose. I think Nose has been kind to this one.
I think A's got the best nose. I mean,
Oh,
it's gorgeous.
yeah. Yeah, this is like caramel corn now.
So I need to say this because I didn't say it the first time around. A reminds me of a mead.
A mead. Okay.
The nose, the thickness, the taste, like a mead wine, like a honey wine.
Like a honey wine. Okay.
It tastes
Forget
like
the
a
honey.
mead I've had before.
Yeah, there's definite honey there.
Yeah, I'd bet money I think I know which one.
Okay.
Rachel's calling McGriddle on A.
Mc sausage griddle.
It's a McGriddle. Okay. All right, let's give it a taste. Let's give A taste here.
Steve, I'm gonna have to start ordering devils from you on these deals because I always just want to.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you, as that drink was coming into my mouth, it was straight honeysuckle heading my way. So it's kind of the honey, but also the florally part too that you get when you're buying a honeysuckle type of plant. So I definitely got that on the taste. Yeah,
I just wanted more proof.
more proof, higher proof you'd want.
But yeah, I think it'd be gorgeous.
It's yeah, it's interesting. The time has been really good to this one though. I mean, this is, I think on the nose and on the taste, it's even better than the first go round. Or I'm just getting to drink. I've drank enough now. It's like, this is great.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah. Any other notes anybody wants to share on this? It can be nosing, taste, whatever you like before we move on. Okay, let's move on to B. And anything new when you nose this one? It's a subtle.
This is the mildest one out of the four.
Okay. Subtle sweet notes on there for sure. Let's taste and see what we think on the taste. Sweet.
A little banana funk.
Banana funk. I mean, I'm getting a grape hubba bubba on the taste. It's weird. Different. Any other interesting tasting notes here? Anybody want to share on this one? Still kind of finishes mid palate. Not particularly long, but decent. Raisin on the nose.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if it's because I had this one directly right after A, but it seems to be weaker this time around. Like there's not as much flavors popping up for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it could be because we have to keep stuff away from the dogs. So we keep, the whiskeys in the fridge for a bit. And we try and take them out to warm them up. But maybe as it's warmed up, the flavor profile's gotten like a little bit down.
Wait, you got to keep the whiskey in the fridge to keep it away from the dogs?
He's a big dog.
He likes whiskey? It gets into your whiskey?
He gets into everything.
That's a good dog.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, you say that, and then you see him. No, he's a good boy. He's a good boy.
Well,
Steve, don't you remember them old commercials where the dog would go in there and get the guy's beer, and then all of a sudden he told him to go get him another beer, and the dog would be in there drinking it?
That was Alex from Stroh's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex.
I believe so.
Yep.
I know my beer dog commercials. So.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just because I tasted A first and then B, but like this B was weaker on the nose definitely than A. I think B was kind of the weakest overall on the nose.
Mhm.
Like it was very tough for me to even get something out of there. And then, the taste was just kind of weak overall for me compared to the other ones, I guess.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Okay. Anything else to say about B before we put this one to rest? All right. Now we move on to sample C. Sample C.
Cheers.
Cheers. Seems like this one got a little weaker on the nose too. Second time through. Kind of more marshmallowy than it was before. But let's try it.
Are you getting down?
I think it smoothed out a little bit.
Smoother, yeah.
I think it blew off a little bit of alcohol and got a little smoother.
A little smoother, okay.
Yeah. Definitely my fave of the four.
Favorite one, okay. All right.
I think it's probably because we've tasted through a time, but the syrupy mouthfeel is still there, but not as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
Those olefins?
Right.
You're right.
What else you want to share?
This one feels like it has the most rye flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in the classic sense, but it is. It's a pop of flavor and then it's gone.
Pop of flavor gone. Okay. Fair enough. All right, let's move on to D, our last official tasting here.
We're voting this.
We know it's our favorite.
Okay. D.
Like I say, I like the nose on this one the best.
Like the nose. Okay.
Nose on this one. Yeah.
Yeah. Nose is very good. Very, very good. Let's try and see where we fall on as we taste it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
That toffee taste certainly is there. Toffee pudding.
Coffee. I like that.
Yeah.
Graham cracker.
Graham cracker. Yeah. Yeah, that's all kind of there. Anything else taste
It
wise?
just tingles for a long time.
Tingles stays with you.
Stays with you.
Stays with you. Tingles.
Lovely.
Lovely. Tingling.
Really long
Tingling.
finish.
Yeah. Mostly happens to me like just kind of across the tongue. Tingling sticks around. So that's interesting.
Might be a little Chinese 5-spice.
Oh,
Chinese 5-spice. Okay. All right. Could be. Any other notes? Okay. Here's what we're going to do next. I'm going to give you guys a little time to work independently. You can go back, taste them side by side, whatever you have to do to establish a couple things. So number one, when I say go, I'm going to have you guys send me via the chat, private message to me. So not to everyone. So you need to, select me off the list there, Steve Akley, and send me a message. Which one do you think is the Goose? which is the $20 bottle. So, and your answer is just a simple A, B, C, or D. So just one letter response is all you need. Again, sent directly to me. That'll be the first thing that you got to do. Then I'm going to go back through and I'm going to ask each of you, which do you think all of these are? So you're going to try to guess, which is each of these. And I'll go back over them so you remember what they are real quick. This is obviously the Jim Beam Rye. That's the one that you're looking for as you taste. We got Blood Oath Packed 5. We've got Barrel Bourbon, Cask Strength. And then finally, we've got the Chicken Cock, the Righteous Blonde, the beer barrel finished. So you'll see if you can name all of those. Tell me which one is which, A, B, C, and D.
Which barrel bourbon is it?
Which barrel bourbon? It is Cask Strength, batch 26.
Okay.
Bottle 7492.
Steve, review those bottles again one more time.
Yeah. So the bottles, as we ask what you think is what, it is Jim Beam Rye. It is Blood Oath Packed 5.
What's the proof on that one, Steve?
98.6. That's always an easy one to remember because they always release it at body temperature.
98.6 Blood Oath.
Since it's blood.
Funny.
Blood Oath.
Yeah, funny.
Yeah. And then Barrel Bourbon. This is the Cask Strength one. This one comes in at 112.64.
That's it.
And then finally, the Chicken Cock, which is 90 proof. This one is the beer barrel finish, known as Righteous Blonde. The product. So you'll be and then telling me which one do you think is which. Again, we'll do that via audio. So I'll just go through and ask, but this is once everybody locks in what they think is the $20 bottle. And then I'll ask you which one is your favorite. So we'll also go through all 4 of these and see which one is our favorite tonight. So, but again, we'll do that via audio. Right now, your sole focus is to determine A, B, C, or D. Which one do you think is the Goose? Which one's the $20 bottle? Which one is that Jim Beam Rye? So just send me, again, A, B, C, or D.
Lisa, you say A.
Jennifer and I say A. It's a $20 one. But we're praying it's the D.
We're wishing it's D. Yeah. Wait, Lisa's. Wait, where's the backspace?
Well, where are you?
Oh,
you want
Steve, do you happen to know what do they say? What brewery or anything with the Chicken Cock?
No, it does not say anything about the brewery.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. In back, yes, it does. Goodwood Brewing.
Oh, they're doing Goodwood like bourbon is. Okay.
Yep, the Louisville Brewery. Okay. So I'm getting your messages as they come in. Again, direct message to me.
How do you hit go?
to enter or send it?
Send, yeah, there you go. Okay.
It says my Goose is 8. Oh, Lisa
B.
says A. What is, oh, B. Okay. We have, yes, of course we do. Yeah, we love B.
Okay.
I think this is the high proof. We think this is the best. This is the highest proof. Next best. This is my least favorite. No.
Okay, has anybody else got to send theirs in?
Steve, you have mine.
Yes. I do. Amanda and Rudy are still working on theirs, so that's okay. We won't do anything until everybody's ready. We're okay. We're doing good on time.
Oh, God. Oh.
No, it's not. Oh, your D. We got $5 today. Are you kidding me? This $100-something. I drink too much liquor. Y'all could go together and do one night in Florida and just splurge. Yeah. But we have to be so disciplined about not drinking the whole night. You know, like we have to learn to drink that. God, that's like the first drink and then move to the like the cheap. Like have one of the first drink. I don't mind buying a good meal.
Hey, Steve.
Yes.
I think we sent a direct message to you. Was it supposed to be open conversation?
No, direct message. Yes, I got yours. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I got it. So
That's useless. I know.
just I'm going through and writing it all down here.
Right. Keep it out the first round. And we've got to be done. And then we'll get some big. Yeah, it's $50 wine. Better about that. I have the first drink. That's it. Done.
All right. Just going through here. Writing all these down. Okay. Amanda and Rudy got theirs in. So does everybody have theirs in?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Justine, Roger, Rachel, Argie, Neil, Melanie, Avery, Rick, Paul. I don't know why one came in his iPad too. I don't know who that is. Ryan, Isabel, Roger, and Rachel. I said that. Amanda and Rudy. Congratulations. You guys got it right. You guys got it right.
What you got? What is it?
You got it right. B is the goose.
B
is the goose. Isabel, you got it. You got it. Wow.
Had us fooled.
Isabel. So there was 8 people who got it wrong, believe it or not. 8 people got it wrong. So again, that's the beauty of the blind tasting. Out of a group that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 people, something like that. 8 wrong. That's quite a bit for all the hints that we had in this. So what I'd like to do now is go through and tell me what you think the other ones are. So we've given you one here. We've given you the pass. We know that B is the goose. It is Jim Beam Rye. Justine, we'll start with you. What do you think the other ones are?
Do you say B or D is the rye?
B is Jim Beam Rye. B.
B as in boy?
B as in boy.
B as in beam.
B as in beam.
Hey, so what was the proof on the Jim Beam Rye?
90 proof. 90 proof.
Okay. It was good.
Yeah, it's good. Bill should be happy. Okay.
You did say B as in boy is the Jim Beam Rye, right?
B as in beam. B as in boy. Beam, Jim Beam. B.
B.
A, B.
Gotcha.
That's the one.
And we're totally screwed up.
So, Justine, again, you've still got the Righteous Blonde, the Blood Oath, Pact 5, and the Barrel Cast Strength. What do you think is what there?
I think A is the Blood Oath.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go C as the Chicken Cock. And
Okay.
D as the Barrel Bourbon.
Okay. And which is your favorite? A, B, C, or D? Has nothing to do with anything else here. You just tell me what your favorite is.
C.
C. Okay. All right. And for those of you that have sent me your list, I've got those, so I'll skip you when I come to you. So, but I'll ask everyone else live here. So, Carrie, you're next. What do you think? What do you think is out there?
After I moved my guests around, I have the same as Justine's, but my favorite was B.
Is B. Okay. All right. Adina.
I'm thinking A is the Blood Oath.
Okay.
B being the Jim Beam.
The Goose.
C barrel, and D chicken cock.
Okay. All right. Dave, how about you?
I agree with her.
Okay.
I'll go with the same.
Mr. Rick?
Okay, I'm gonna say that D was barrel bourbon, A was blood oath, and C was chicken cock.
Okay. All
My
right.
favorite D.
All right. Isabel.
Isabel. Oh shoot, I'm all messed up because D is the one that I think is the highest proof. What's that?
Okay. Okay. That's barrel is the highest proof. If you're
Barrel.
saying-
Yeah. D. I like D.
Okay.
I think chicken cock is C,
Okay.
and I don't remember what A is. The barrel.
That would be blood oath. That would be
Blood
blood
oath.
oath. Yeah.
My
That's what.
sister and I think that C and D were opposite of hers.
Lisa's opposite. We're opposite of what she said.
Okay. C and D are switched around. Okay.
We like D is chicken cock.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Danny.
I would turn around and say chicken cock being
Where did the screen go? It got dark.
It just does it. It just does it. Try to save battery.
let's go with A,
Okay.
D,
Well, because
D is barrel,
Okay.
and then C is my other last one.
Blood oath would be left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All
Blood
right.
oath.
Mr. Whitlatch.
What Danny said.
What Danny said. Okay. All right. I got Ryan's. So Mr. Bill.
A is blood oath. C is chicken cock, and D is barrel bourbon.
All right. Melanie.
A is chicken cock,
Okay.
C is blood oath, D is barrel, and that was my favorite, the D for barrel.
Oh, dude. Oh, I forgot to ask other people. Favorite. Isabel, what was your favorite?
D.
D. Lisa.
D. D.
D. Okay. Danny.
D.
D. Whitlatch.
D.
D. Brenner. Brenner.
Oh, I told you that D.
Oh, did you tell me that? Okay. Then I have that. All right. Did I ask the Ewalds your favorite?
No.
I'll go C.
Yeah, C too for me.
Okay. All right. We're caught back up. All right. Neil Robinson.
A is chicken cock.
Okay.
C is blood oath.
Okay.
D is barrel.
Okay.
And that's the one I like the best, D.
D. Okay. All right. Avery.
A is chicken cock, C is blood oath, my favorite, and then D's barrel.
Okay. All right. All right. Jason.
So based on the tasting we did with the flagship one, I think A reminds me the most of chicken cock. I think D's definitely barrel. It's got the proof. So leftover is C for blood oath.
Okay.
And my favorite flavor wise is D, but nose wise is A.
D. Okay. All right. Paul, I got yours. So Rachel.
What I took, the beer one is A.
A is chicken cock.
Okay.
C is blood oath.
D is barrel, and that's my favorite.
Okay. All right. Next up is Amanda and Rudy.
Let's see, I have my list here. We went A with chicken cock.
Okay.
B, we know what B was. We went with C as the blood oath.
Okay.
And D as the barrel bourbon.
Okay. And your favorite?
I liked D both times, and she enjoyed D the first time and then A the second time. So I was little halfsies on that.
Favorite overall, Amanda. If we had to pin you down, what would you say? A or D?
I guess D.
D? Okay. All right. Oh, Robbie, aka iPad 2.
Yeah, I have to update my Zoom here. I had A as the Blood Oath.
Okay.
C is the Chicken Cock. I had D is the Barrel Bourbon. And D was definitely my favorite. And I'm really sorry that wasn't the $20 bottle.
That'd be nice, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Last but not least, RG.
All right. So yeah, I sent it to you just so it would be on record. A is Blood Oath. Of course, B, Jim Rye. C, Chicken Cock, and D is Barrel, and Barrel is the favorite.
Okay. So our favorite one of the night, runaway winner is D, is the Barrel. Everyone was right about that. But all the following got it absolutely correct. Danny, Bob, Melanie, Neil, Avery, Jason, Rachel, and Roger, and Amanda and Rudy. So A was the Chicken Cock. B, we know, was the Beam, the Goose. C was the Blood Oath, and D was the Barrel, which everybody pretty much got based on the proof, I think, is the dead giveaway on that one. So,
and again, Steve, I'll reiterate, that was the highest proof because then everyone liked that the best, because it is a group of professional drinkers.
This is true. This is true. This is true.
Right. But we did know that we loved D. We loved D. We didn't know the name of it. We loved it.
Loved it. Okay. Well, there you go. It's the Barrel. This is the batch 26, I said. So this was a award-winning one. So certainly came in with some hardware to back up that it was a great whiskey for sure. And it proved out tonight. So it was the favorite. And but it was interesting. The whole thing was interesting to me because, and again, you're talking about 4 different whiskeys, very different. Their proofs are all over the place. Some are rye, some are not. And, you got bourbon in there, you got rye whiskey, you've got something finished in a beer barrel. And in reality, we only had, we had 8 people miss it, what the Goose was, a $20 bottle. And then we only had 8 people get it right, what the other 3 were, once we told them one of the components. And probably some of those weren't even, got it wrong initially, part of the 8. So crazy, right? That's why blind tasting is the best. There's no preconceived, this is what I think of this. I'm looking at the label. I like this label best. I'm a big fan of this brand. So that's going to be my favorite. You can't do that with a blind tasting. So
Steve, what are the prices of the other 3?
They are all right around $100. So the Barrel was right at 100. Chicken Cock. This was like 105. And the Blood Oath might be 110, I think, is
gotcha, okay, yeah.
for those. So that's those. So
the Blood Oath and the Chicken Cock are the 2 of the finished whiskeys.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
The only one I'm disappointed in is the Blood Oath, because in the tasting, B and C were the hardest to figure out. I knew one of them was the Goose, and the fact that I struggled between those 2 and $80 between them.
Yeah, it's sad, right? I mean,
right, like I can see why A was A and D was D,
right?
But the other 2, the fact that I struggled at all between them says something not good.
Right.
Yeah. I figured D was the Barrel Bourbon just because it went down so good.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell you what, Barrel's doing some great things, aren't they?
Incredible job of finishing and blending and everything else.
Yeah.
Steve, Rick, what's the history on that brand? I know a little bit, but not much.
So Barrel Bourbon, I mean, they are sourcers, so they don't distill at all. and they source from a little bit everywhere. It's not like they're just MGP sourcers or anything like that. They buy from everybody. They are big into adding value. So they'll get something, they'll finish it, they'll blend it with other things, you know. So they are just good, very adept at taking whiskey and elevating it, whatever it is, whether, like I said, it's blending things together or doing some sort of unique finish and things like that. And they're just really catching on, fire. I mean, they win all kinds of awards. They just keep piling up. And I mean, the brand's been around for a while, but it seems like the last year and a half, they've just been going crazy. So
Is home base Kentucky for them?
yeah, they're out of Louisville, Kentucky. So yeah, that's where they're at.
Their first batch.
You got batch number 1 from them?
Number 1.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty
I
cool.
didn't know what the hell it was, so I bought it, but if anybody ever has any doubts about people that blend or finish, try bourbon barrel, barrel bourbon, because it's all good.
Yeah. Yeah. And it seems like they're doing, I don't know. It seems like you could stay on top of it before, but these days it seems like they're doing 2 releases a month. I don't know. I can't keep up. And I went to one of the local liquor stores here over the weekend, and they had, I think, 10 different types of barrel bourbon. So the wine and cheese place in Clayton, for St. Louis contingent, it's loaded with all kinds of barrel bourbon. So if you're into barrel, they got everything there.
I was over at Dean Saturday.
They have a bunch of it.
They must have at least that much sitting on the top shelf.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Dean's is cool, by the way.
My wife was just pointing out her initial notes. She had A and B nailed until I talked her out of them.
You're going to be in trouble, Dave.
So the moral of the story is go with your gut and don't go second guess yourself.
You're right.
Right.
Yeah. I agree. Go with your gut.
And your husband.
Bill, I'm happy for you that $20 bottle was one that you liked.
Yeah, Mr. Bill, you should be pleased. You liked the $20 bottle. So he's actually at the liquor store now. He's left. He'll be back in a little bit here. He has a liquor store near his house. Oh, he's back. Okay, good.
Try to get me a 10th Mountain.
There you go.
Thank you, Mr. Bill.
10th Mountain. I got mine here too. There we go. This is worth trying. They're brandy. Fantastic.
You guys are making me blush now.
Yeah. So
thank you guys.
Very good. Definitely enjoyed our time there.
I've got the rye.
The rye is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't have any of their alcohol, but their hoodie is pretty awesome too.
Yes. Ryan had to help out with that, by the way. That was remember, it was that gift for Justine, and I was like, man,
all right.
Yeah, you helped me out with that to make sure it got out there here in a timely manner. So it was
absolutely
because she was coming in town. It was like, I really want to have that. So Ryan had to step in and
is literally my favorite hoodie.
Yeah, she wore that thing.
Appreciate it.
She continues to.
Does it have a zipper?
It does. It would be Danny approved. It has a zipper. So
it has a zipper, and it also has like a little hole for like your earbuds. Like if your iPad, it has like an iPad pocket.
Cool.
And then, yeah, it's awesome.
It's going to be on the network shop.
It's in their shop. Yeah, I don't know if they're still in stock. I don't know if they've got them right now.
We are. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Justine she's talked about that since she got it. That was back in February, or right, Justine, when you were here? You got that February, I think.
End of February, beginning of March.
Yeah. But she's been talking about it ever since. And every time she wears it, she's like, I'm wearing my favorite hoodie. And believe me, she's famous for wearing her Stumpy Spirit stuff. She right. If you carry more stuff, Justine will buy it. She has a distillery clothing shopping problem.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, her and Carrie both actually. Carrie too.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
I bought a 3X T-shirt for my boss at 10th Mountain, and he said that that's one of the few shirts that ran true to size.
So he liked it, huh?
Good.
He liked it.
You scored some points with the boss, so that's good.
Yeah, he's planning to go visit 10th Mountain. I guess this summer. I don't know.
Nice.
Excellent. I look forward to it. So if anyone doesn't know, Mr. Bill and Steve were at the distillery about 3 weeks ago.
Enjoyed it.
Hi.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you, Lisa.
What is that?
I don't
Who's
know,
Lisa?
but I was trying to tell you, Steve, thank you so much. I'm a newbie to the bourbon world, and my great friend Isabel bought me this gift. I enjoyed it so much.
Well, thank you. That's a great gift. We appreciate giving the gift of the ABV Network. That's very cool. And yes, thank you for coming on and being part of it.
Very cool. Thank y'all
Yeah.
so much
Thank
for
you.
educating me so much.
On that note, I'm going to say goodbye to the audience here. Again, we have people that can't make the live event, so we record it for them. I'm going to stop the recorder.
Thank you.
Goodbye, everyone. And but I'll stick around. We can chat.
Steve.